everyone, welcome to Art Talk. My name is Laura Horowicz. I'm with Carousel Fine Art. Today we're at the Atlanta location in the heart of Buckhead Village with Dutch artist Caroline Dechamby.
Hello.
She's visiting all the way from Switzerland where her studio is, and we are celebrating more than 3 decades of her creative success at a retrospective exhibition encompassing styles and techniques that she's been using since the very beginning of her career. So welcome to Atlanta.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to know Atlanta the first time, and it's really great. And thank you for the great evening last night.
Oh, amazing. Wonderful. Well, it was a spectacular event. We had amazing collectors from all over Atlanta and the area that came to support Caroline's concept. And we just wanted to provide the viewers with a little bit of insight into her window of creativity and let them get to know her a little bit better. So we'll start from the very beginning. When you started creating and you started realizing you wanted to, use art as a means of, supporting yourself financially, can you tell us a little bit about how that came about?
Well, you don't really calculate this. It's the thing that I'm from Holland, and my father's an architect. My mother, she was a miniature painter. So I have an artistic family, and to be an artist, they will not say don't do it. I mean, that you could do it. But it's just something I always did. I never thought my life I would go so far. So I always painted. And then since I didn't really know what to do, I opened my first gallery. And actually, I divorced, and with the children, I go back to my parents and open my gallery. Behind, I was painting. And actually, I did it now for, well, you count, 35 years. So, and I never really was thinking I do this, okay, of course I have to earn the money, but I just do it because I like it so much. I feel good when I paint, it makes me happy, and I didn't calculate to go, what I say before, so far, to do all the bags, this whole concept, it just came.
The evolution.
Yeah.
It's really interesting that it has been such an organic process, and even just looking around the room, which we'll show you all a little bit more about what's going on behind us later. But there is so many different styles and technically speaking, there's so many different styles that you've been able to pay homage to and to really fulfill extremely well. We're talking about paintings from the 1500s all the way up to current times. Warhol, Basquiat, Jean-Michel Basquiat. So it's just very interesting that you've been able to bring a refresh to contemporary art, but also in your own, what you've said initially as a disruptive way, but now it's more as a means of empowerment. So I also wanted to touch on whenever you began painting, you were doing acrylic more so than oil, and then what was the cause in that shift?
Well, the thing is, you have to start somewhere. Mm-hmm. So I used acrylic, like I think many artists are doing, because it's dry very quick, and it's But then I switched on actually a very famous painter, Balthus, I met in Switzerland.
Amazing.
Yeah, he told me you should, with the paint you do, you should paint oil, and I changed with oil. It's difficult when you start. It's quite like But then with oil, you have a technique that you can just, since I also raised up the children, I could just leave my pencil like this, just go to the school, get the children, go back, and just go paint again. And then also, when you paint and you wait one day, it's still not dry, but a little bit. So you can really get away all your little, it's a technique.
You can manipulate.
And I love to work with oil. And to come back also what you say about the style, I mean, it's like exercise. Okay, maybe I have a talent. I think we all have a talent somewhere, but then it's work. And I teach it myself. I just, also because I have a character, I'm a little bit a perfectionist, but if others can do it, why I could not do it? So I study. When you see, like I switch from, Ketering, from the tulips, now like a Monet, Miro, whatever, Warhol. But before I do this, I look how they paint. I look how the brush are. I look if they're left-handed, right-handed. I'm left-handed, but I mean, I really do it with big respect. And I have a base that I self-taught it. I can paint. I can paint anything. But then you have to do something. I think it's the next, maybe will be the next question. But then you have to do something. I have a base I can paint, but then you have to be different.
Exactly.
And that's took me this way, that I do something that nobody else can do. Why not? Because I'm fond of it.
Exactly.
I just have to keep in shape.
Exactly.
I do a lot of sport. No, but it's a whole, without thinking. It's very spontaneous. It's with a sense of humor. I hope they feel it, because it's also, but I do it with big respect, because they're big painters. So I do it with my heart, honestly.
And it shows through.
And
For
it
those,
makes me happy. So I just say this. Actually last night, every day I jump out of the bed. I'm like, wow, I'm going to go to my studio.
see what's on the agenda for today. Which big artist is on the menu? That's fantastic. And whenever you see the work in the final stage, and as a viewer, as an observer, you see a very beautiful finished product. And I think this, what you were saying, this study beforehand of the way the brushstrokes are being moving throughout the canvas and through the paint, it definitely shows through. So we will touch on this next question, the start of the use of plexiglass. From what I understand, it was born through this series called the Erotics. And it was really meant to be something kind of fun and a way for you to say, I can go outside of this hyperrealism, and something that maybe has been seen before, even though it was extremely technically masterful, like just absolutely stunning. We'll show her tulips as well. But from the hyperrealism to something that was a bit more contemporary and pushing some boundaries. So tell us about the Erotic series. And
Well, first of all, I have to say that I live in the mountains in Switzerland, and I don't live in the middle of nowhere. It's a beautiful ski resort, but I have my gallery there, my studio there, and I was doing my painting, selling my paintings. That actually the children grow up with this, or never know what actually was the income. And then I was doing the tulips, I doing fruits, I doing with a good technique.
with hints of surrealism in some of them as well.
Absolutely. But then it was like, I'm in this village, and then once, I don't know if I can say this, maybe you cut this one. It's really nuts.
Maybe not.
I could say. And then I had this sort of a drink with these people from Caen, and then one man said to me, you know what, Caroline, you really don't understand art. You really don't understand. If you really want to do something different, paint your bum. And I was like, excuse me, no way. And I walked out. And I was like, oh no, it's just so stupid. And I said, I'm gonna do this.
Whatever.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna slightly sit on it, just stamp on it, knowing that I have a good technique. I will paint my hands. And they always say, when it's like a good coffee in a restaurant, when you can paint hands, very good. You're already on the upper level.
Yes.
So I really did something osé. I have to say, my parents, when I saw it, my mother said, "We're never gonna come to the mountain again." No, it's not shocking, but it's something. Well, we talking now 25 years ago, but it's
definitely something shocking.
It's something really I did, and I just didn't care really. I wanted to be different, and of course I put myself in difficulties. Mm-hmm. Of course, 80 or 99% will say, "Oh, why you do this? You just no." But they saw me that and then the collectors started to buy. That wow, and that made me go on plexiglass. The thing is with plexiglass is when you get your pencil with your paint close to it, is static. It's right away.
Oh.
So you have to know exactly it's very difficult. And maybe look around, maybe collectors who's painting really precise on plexiglass. It's extremely difficult.
Usually it's printed.
Printed or just quickly done or something.
Right.
But precise on plexiglass is extremely difficult. So I do something what is very. I do 2-3 months to do one painting, but I do know that I will be an outstanding. I do something what is difficult to do.
Right.
I take time for it. It's not quickly done. I do it with love, so it's very special.
Agreed.
And it's only one piece. I only do one piece, and that makes it so haute couture. I call it with all I do.
Yeah. Agreed. And a lot of artists now, you see them having mini studio assistants, helping them with different processes.
Oh, I'm by myself.
Yes,
Well, why? Because I feel it like for me it's meditation. I cannot have an assistant who is making noise, or I put my music on. since, well, I sleep a lot, and I always have an hour when I'm like awake. I sleep awake, and I just know exactly what I'm gonna do the next day. So I'm already ready to go. So I don't lose time. I do the sport in the morning. I ski every day in the winter, and I just 1 hour. But it just I go, and I don't want to talk. I don't want to lose my time thinking what she has to do or irritate myself. When I'm irritated, I cannot even better go for a walk. So I do it all by myself. Yeah.
The whole process of your life is a creative process.
Yeah.
It's a meditation, whether you're, you know, with brush in hand behind the canvas or plexiglass, or, you know, planning what's to be painted ahead, studying the brush strokes. It seems like with a Swiss watch, it's very calibrated.
Yeah, but I need calm. I need calm. I see it. I need that my brain. It's very strange. I get it when I go for a walk, 1.5 hour in the morning, or whatever ski I do. I just need by myself. Don't talk, and it comes all up. But I need calm. I need sleep. Otherwise, I can't think. It's very strange.
I don't think it's strange
Maybe
at
people
all.
understand me.
But and knowing you are a bit hyperactive sometimes,
I
and
am.
the creative process is what brings you to your calm
Well, I
and to your
focus.
meditation.
My mother always told me, he said, you're very hyperactive, or sports, you will be very good in sport, or you just, everything you do, focus on it. And when I put all my energy in it, and that's what I do. And then it's true, when other people get tired, I'm actually never tired, but then at 10 o'clock at night I have to sleep. And I wake up early, and it's a rhythm. It's actually very boring, but for me, I have to, as long as I'm in my rhythm, I'm gonna be very performant. I know it, and I'm like this. It's characters.
No, but it shows through the final product and the, you know, gradual organic success that you've received over the years and the evolution of your creative process. It's, you know, it's been evolving over the time. And I will say, with the erotics, it was an extremely surprising
It's a shock.
wave of figurative art. And then now you have the mise en scène, which is the next phase of you know, using your body as not only a subject, but there as a medium. And we'll show you all, for our viewers, that in all of her works now, she has this concept called mise en scène, which she's putting herself into place, paying homage to artists from all throughout art history, current and classic. And always with her silhouette, whether it's obvious in hyperrealism, it's taking on the style of the painting, or it's camouflage, where it's first the step is you're a disruptor, to disrupt these works that have marked art history and have disrupted art history throughout time. And then it's almost as if you become part of the canvas, or the canvas becomes part of you, in a very sincere homage, I would say.
It's a connection, and that's the interesting thing with the plexiglass. I can, even though I don't have it here, I have it home, that I'm in connection. I talk with the Liechtenstein, they say something, and myself I say something. So I have a talk in the painting. Yeah, it's
and always with the salopette.
The salopette. Well, the thing
the
is,
overalls.
in the beginning, I always had the overall, but when I painted, and then I just was thinking, you know, again, what I say, to do something what's different, and again with respect, and also it's also self-talk. You know, I had to go, so go for it. I have to fight for, you know, life, to also pay for the children, to pay the house, everything, and it's that's the salary overall. It's work. It's just, you know, yeah, it really means, and it's and to combine this with artists I like, it's something, a very special thing.
Agreed. Well, the symbol of the salopette, the overalls, is, I think, a tremendous symbol of your resilience, not only as a woman, but as a creator, as a viewer myself of your work, and a huge appreciator. You know, you see you in the canvas, in the plexiglass, which brings the life to work, brings the work to a present moment, a reincarnation, a refresh. But I think it's an amazing symbol of anyone could maybe see themselves.
That I wanted to say, because this woman was front of it. I mean, it's fighting, it's standing up, still straight. I mean, so many other women can, you know, they can really maybe identify in it. Because as a woman, you can do things you don't even know you can do. I mean, I did it, but I had no choice. I just didn't want to be miserable, you know. I just wanted to have a nice life, and it's hard to do with art. I always only sold art. I did everything with selling my art, but it's just it's rolling, never get stuck. Always go on, go on. But for this, I have to be fit. I have to be clever. Clever, but, you know, it's a whole combining of things, and then it's not an artistic. I of course I'm an artist, but I'm organized artist. And that's come back with my hyperactive. I do a lot. Daytime, I don't lose a minute. It's very welcome in my life. It's very organized.
Well, thank you so much for your time
thank you.
and sharing this window of philosophy with our viewers. And
no, but thanks to Carousel, really Fine Art, and Laura Philip, you did an amazing evening last night and exposing with me, and thank you so much.
It's been our pleasure. Awesome. Well, until next time, and have a safe flight back to Switzerland.
Thanks, I'm going to run.
Bye.
Bye.